Hey there, welcome to Fat Daniels, and in today's episode we're going to be cooking up some barbecue baby back ribs. But these aren't just any old baby back ribs. These are cooked using a special method that... Hang on a minute. What's that? That's not our usual music. Oh, come on, seriously, stop that! Thank you. Now, can we have our regular music? Better. Right, where was I? Oh yes. These ribs are going to be cooked using a special method that's been winning barbecue competitions up and down America for years. It's called the 3-2-1 method. We're going to start off by removing the papery membrane that sits on the bone side of the ribs. It's not difficult. Sometimes you might need to get under the corner with a teaspoon, but just get hold of that corner and pull, and it should come away fairly easily. There you go. Job done. With the membrane removed, it's time to season. On some of my other videos, you'd have seen me use oil to help the seasoning stick. But for darker, stronger flavoured meats like pork and beef, I like to use a mustard. Now, I don't want to use one that's too strong, so something like this, American yellow mustard, is absolutely perfect. Give it a generous squeeze and brush it all over with a pastry brush. And apply your seasonings and rubs. I'm using my Dixie Dust all-purpose seasoning. And then some of my barbecue spice rub. Be as generous as you like with this. And with one side all seasoned up and ready to go, turn it over and do the other. Well, with our ribs all seasoned up, they're ready to go on the barbecue. I'm going to be using my smoker today, but any sort of indirect cooking method will work for you on this. You want a cooking temperature of 110 degrees centigrade, that's about 225 Fahrenheit, and the ribs go in bone side down for 3 hours. Well, it's been 3 hours now, and it's time to take those ribs off the grill and place them on a piece of cooking foil. Now, they might look pretty good now, but trust me, they're going to get better. So we're going to apply another coating of our barbecue rub. And give it a generous sprinkling with sugar. Don't use a refined sugar for this. You want a dark sugar like Demerara, Muscovado or Turbinado. Once you've applied the rub and sugar to both sides of the ribs, it's time to get a little creative. I'm using a little homemade pepper jelly. And some butter. Now both of these are optional, but you really must add some liquid. You can use apple juice or anything really that you use to spritz a barbecue. For me, it's always a nice slug of bourbon. And now it's time to wrap it up in foil. Make a nice parcel so that none of the liquid and steam can get out. This will help make our ribs really succulent. As you can see, I'm putting a second coating of foil over the top just to make sure that none of those bones puncture the first coat of foil, so that we keep a nice airtight parcel whilst we're cooking. And with the ribs all nicely wrapped up, it's time to pop them back on the grill. This time you want to put them bone side up and cook them for 2 hours. Well, those ribs have been cooking in their foil jacket for 2 hours now, and it's time to take them out. So we'll just carefully open up the foil and get to our ribs. Oh wow, they're smelling good. Place the ribs back on the grill. But don't waste any of that cooking liquor, pour it over the top. And now we close up the lid, leaving the ribs to cook bone side down for 1 final hour. Now if you like your ribs dry, that's all you need to do. But if you like a sticky rib, and let's face it, with baby backs, who doesn't? About 20 minutes before the end of the cooking time, pop the lid open and apply a nice generous dollop of your favourite barbecue sauce. Brush it all over with a pastry brush. And when you've got a nice even coating, close up the lid and leave it to cook for the final 20 minutes. Right, well these ribs have had a total of 6 hours cooking time, so I think it's time to get them off the grill. Oh, and don't they look good? Let's cut me a rib and see what they taste like. Oh yeah, now that is a good rib. Certainly gets the Fat Daniels seal of approval. Well, I'm going to cut myself a few more of these, but I'll see you next time on fatdaniels.co.uk. Good food, good times. Fat Daniels.